You can get the cards you need for today's Budget Magic deck and support the show from this episode's sponsor, Card Kingdom. Just follow the link in the description box down below.
Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So this week, we are heading back to Guilds of Ravnica Standard for a deck that is so super sweet. We are playing not just a tribal deck, but we are playing like a combo-y tribal deck. This is Elfball. Basically, almost mono green with just a little bit of white elves. And I gotta say, this deck is amazingly awesome. I know Wedge over at the Mana Source did a deck tech of a green-white elf deck, and while I didn't just play his list, that might have put the idea in my head because Beast Whisperer and Vanquisher's Banner combined together give you a ton of card draw and let you play this glimpse of nature elf ball combo elf decks like you see in Legacy or in Modern or in Commander, where you have these huge big turns that just go super crazy. So I'm super excited to show this list off. It is super sweet. It's also super cheap, $98 in the paper world, 17 ticks on Magic Online. So not a bad price for a deck that is surprisingly awesome. Also, one last thing before we jump into the deck. We are playing Magic Arena this week, so I'm gathering feedback on what y'all want as far as Budget Magic. Would you prefer Arena? Would you prefer Magic Online? Last week we played Arena, and the big piece of feedback I heard, while the overall feedback was mixed, but the big piece was we don't like the best of one matches. So we are doing a best of 3 competitive league on Arena today. So we are playing best of 3 matches, etc. And then we're going to evaluate after this week, maybe next week, and kind of figure out where we're going. So again, if you want to leave feedback on which you prefer, Arena, Moto, for decks like this when we're playing Standard on series like Budget Magic, make sure to let me know in the comments because that would be super helpful as well. Anyway, a quick reminder before we break down Elfball for Guilds of Ravnica Standard. If you enjoy this deck and you enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Elfball. And Elfball is basically a really straightforward kind of combo deck. So step 1 of the deck is to make as much mana as possible as quickly as possible. So for this, we have a massive 12 mana dorks, 4 Llanowar Elves, 4 Druid of the Cowl, 4 Elfam Druid. Also, all these cards are elves, so they work on our tribal theme as well. But the basic plan of this deck is to get to our big 4 and 5 mana plays really quickly. And that is what allows the deck to ball, kind of snowball, I think is where the name comes from, and spiral out of control into just an absurd level of board presence and card draw and everything else. So step 1, do the early game ramping. These cards come down, ramp us on turn 1, on turn 2, and then in the late game, after we get our big engine pieces down, they're elves, which is important to the rest of our plan. We also have 3 copies of Morrowind the Nurturer, which is kind of another mana dork, a more expensive one at 3 mana, but eventually ends up tapping for insane amounts of mana, because it gets a counter whenever an elf enters the battlefield, and then it taps to add mana equal to its power, so eventually this is going to tap for like 5 mana, 7 mana, 10 mana, and it turns into a huge creature. So it's not only a big mana source, it's also just a massive beater after we play a whole bunch of elves. And once the ball gets rolling, we play a lot of elves really quickly. So all this fast mana, what is it leading to? And that is our payoff. So the engine that makes this deck run is Beast Whisperer and Vanquisher's Banner. So these cards do one really simple thing. Whenever we play an elf, we get to draw a card. So all that fast mana, we're trying to get to Beast Whisperer and Vanquisher's Banner down. At least one of them, 2 of them, it gets really insane. And then every time we are casting our Llanowar Elves, our Elfim Druids, any of our random creatures, we are drawing cards, which is drawing us more mana creatures, which we cast to draw more cards, which we draw more mana creatures, and things just spiral out of control really fast. Vanquisher's Banner Additional upside that it pumps all of our team, so eventually all of those random 0-2 Elfam Druids and 1-1 Llanowar Elves turn into legitimate beaters that can attack and kill people with the help of the pumping from our Vanquisher's Banner. So step 1, fast mana. Step 2, get down 1 or 2 or even more. Like, sometimes, oddly, more gets risky. There is a threat. If you get down too many Beast Whisperers and Vanquisher's Banners, you actually have to stop playing creatures because you will draw your entire deck and mill yourself out, potentially in one turn. turn. But anyway, fast mana into our engine card draw pieces, and then for finishing the game, we have 2 pump spells. So along with our Vanquisher's Banner, Elvish Clan Caller, just a 2-mana Elf Lord, triggers all of our random things to draw cards, pumps the rest of our team. Flower Flourish, on the other hand, is really sweet in this deck. So we only have a very small number of legitimate lands. Actually, only 18 lands in our deck. Flower is basically counted as a land in this deck. So while we only have 18 real lands, we kind of have 22, because as long as we have any one land on the battlefield, Flower, similar to Attune with Ether, can get us a land, but it's a land that is also our finisher, because after we get this huge board of elves, we have tons of mana, more than we know what to do with. We cast a Flourish, we pump our team, we get in that one massive attack with all of our elves and kill our opponent. So that's kind of the plan of the deck. Step 1, fast mana. Step 2, the card draw engine pieces. Step 3, pump our elves, kill our opponent. We also have Thorn Lieutenant, which is just a good elf. It's an on tribe, it's efficient in the 2-drop slot. It kind of survives a removal spell to some extent because we get a token if our opponent targets it. And then we have all these mana dorks. So the 6 mana to give it +4/+4 actually comes up more often than you'd think. And then it's a really big attacker, another like kind of mana sink in the late game. Camaraderie is just a one-of. It's our backup card draw effect. So we do have some games where we kind of spew our hand of elves, all these mana creatures, and then we don't have our Beast Whisper. We don't have our other card draw effects. Camaraderie's a way that we just like play Llanowar Elves, play Elfin Druid, play all these random mana dorks, cast Camaraderie, we draw like 4 or 5 cards, gain 4 or 5 life, whatever, that refills us, that finds us our engine pieces, it lets us go on to win the game. For removal, Conclave Tribunal. This takes advantage of the fact that we're already playing Flower Flourish because of the reasons we talked about, like it counts as a land. So we can get away with kind of splashing this very powerful removal spell, which also lets us use all of our creatures to help pay for it, and is just a really good catch-all, often being cast for like 0 mana, 1 mana, a very low amount of mana. As far as the sideboard, for aggro, we have Centaur Peacemaker, which is not an elf, but it is super important to the deck. So if we're playing against like a mono red deck or a Boros deck, the thing is we don't really care if both people gain life, because once we get our board going, we literally just get our entire deck on the battlefield, and we plus our elves like +5/+5, some massive amount of pumping. So basically, when it comes time for us to win the game, we are going to win the game even if our opponent's at 24 life or 34 life or even 44 life, because it just gets so overwhelming and snowballs so well. So Peacemaker benefits us way more than it benefits our opponent, and is a lifesaver against decks like Mono Red. Also, Seal Away, Baffling End, Gideon's Reproach, just more options for removal in the early game. We have our 4th copy of Conclave Tribunal, also Ixalan's Binding, as removal for bigger things, if we're running into Teferis and Galtas and so forth. And then for the control matchups, we have Shalai, Voice of Plenty, which is actually really good in this deck. I'm almost tempted to try to sneak one into the main deck, because it protects our stuff from removal. And we make so much mana that the 6 mana put a counter on everything is actually very attainable for our deck. Watley, Radiant Champion, just a resilient threat that sits on the battlefield, eventually draws a card. Shaper Sanctuary to fight through targeted removal. And that is Elfball for Guilds of Ravnica Standard, and that's our budget magic deck for this week. So this is going to be a fun one. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's go watch this crazy deck in action and do some really fun things. So anyway, that's Elfball. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back in a bit with the wrap-up. All right, budget magic time. We are Elfballing in Standard, and we'll see how this goes. Playing some best of 3 this week. Still on Magic Arena. Want to give it one more shot with the best of 3 matches. Get some more feedback, and then we will reevaluate heading into next episode what we're going to do moving forward. But let me know, like usual, give me the feedback, what you think. Well, alright, we're on the draw, but we got elves. Elves and elves and elves. 4 is for our opponent. Opponent's also elfing. Oh, 4 is Llanowar Elves. We will play the Llanowar battle. Opponent. Are we playing an elf mirror? Is that a thing? Are we really? Is that really happening? I mean, they could be any sort of like mid-range deck or whatever too. Green-black mid-range, like Go Gary mid-range or something. Saltai, mono-green Stompy. Alright, green-red. Elvish Rejuvenator. Gets a land. Well, play a forest. Play Elfim Druid. Flower. For our plains. And pass the turn. Mountain for our opponent. What are they ramping into? That's the question. No more Glory Bringers to worry about. Or Hazarets. That's kind of nice. Carnage Tyrant's big and obnoxious. Alright, I guess Charging Monstrosaur is also big and obnoxious. Block Rejuvenator, take 5. Oh, play the forest. I guess we just play Beast Whisper and hope that it lives. No attacks. I mean, if it lives, we get to just really go to town next turn. Mountain for our opponent. Oh, God. Okay, it's a Ghalta. That's unfortunate. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Well, come on, removal. Clan Caller, draw a card. Clan Caller, draw a card. Plains. Oh, I think we're just dead. Thorn Lieutenant. Draw a card. No attacks. Yeah, that Ghalta's gonna beat us. We did not draw the removal spell, unfortunately. And to stay alive, we gotta... We gotta chump with Beast Whisper. Alright. And, good enough. We see what our opponent's doing. Opponent is just trying to ramp into big dumb things, so we will bring in answers to big dumb things. Which means Ixalan's Binding, Conclave Tribunal. And maybe Baffling End? Go down Elfim Druid, and 1 Growing Rites. Try it like that. So we get to be on the play. We have a few more answers to our opponent's big dumb things. And our opponent does not seem to have much removal. They're just trying to ramp into big random stuff. Well, okay. We can flip a Growing Rites pretty quick, potentially. We'll keep it. No answers to big dumb things, but hopefully Beast Whisper will get us there. Opponents in the tank. Why is our timer running? Is this a arena bug? Apparently. Or is our opponent's timer actually running? Oh my god. Arena. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Okay. Maybe our opponent timed out. I don't know why the clock was running on our side. That scared me. Forest for our opponent. Passes. We'll play the forest. Play Druid of the Cowl. Go attacking. Pass the turn. Mountain. Well, Beast Whisper. Pass the turn. Well, if our opponent can't kill Beast Whisper, next turn should be a good one. Alright, Draconic Disciple. That's fine. So, Clan Caller. Draw a card. Llanowar Elves. Flower. Get up. Oh no. Arena. Why can't we scroll? Oh no. Oh, we need our planes. Oh, we're gonna lose because of this. Arena. Please let us... There should be a scroll bar here. What am I doing wrong? Well, I guess we gotta take a forest, unfortunately. Play the forest, play Thorn Lieutenant. Go attacking. I mean, maybe we're fine. Maybe we can just win naturally. I got a feeling we're going to need a Conclave Tribunal, though, to kill a Galta. And if we don't have... Alright, charging Monstrosaur, sure. Wow, opponent goes attacking. Okay. Sure. Well, play the land. Play Morrowind. Draw a card. Play Growing Rights. Take Llanowar Elves. Yeah, let's attack with everything. Opponent down to 9. We flip. If we lose because we couldn't get a white source, I'm going to be very sad. Next turn should be a good one, though. I'm not sure why we couldn't scroll there. That's a new one. Aggressive Mammoth. Okay. That's a big old boy. Or maybe girl. I don't know enough about mammoths. My turn. Ooh, there's white mana. Alright, so Llanowar Elves. Draw a card. Pump Morrowind. Thorn Lieutenant. Draw a card. Pump Morrowind. Add a bunch of mana. Thorn Lieutenant. Draw a card. Clan Caller. Get a Clan Caller. Sun Petal Grove. Conclave Tribunal. Tap our Summoning 6 stuff. Get rid of the Mammoth. And, yeah, opponent scoops it up. Well, we couldn't tutor and we couldn't mulligan, but we won. We did get the win anyway. Okay. I'm super scared. Well, can we bring in Seal Away somehow? Let's go down Morrowind for Seal Away and one more Elfim Druid for Seal Away. I feel like we just gotta make sure we have answers to our opponent's big things. That's our main plan. Alright, on to game 3 against Green-Red Monsters. Please let us mulligan. Please, Arena. Please. Okay, opponent's on the play. Alright, we do get to mulligan. We will keep this, I guess. It's not a great hand, but... I mean, we'll see what we draw. We do have a removal spell. We do need white mana to cast our removal spell, but... Forest for our opponent. And Llanowar. Well, Forest, Llanowar. Pass the turn. Oh, come on, white mana. White mana would go so far. 2 Tribunals in hand. Tap land for our opponent. And Elfim Druid. Alright. Well, land, Clan Caller. And I guess we go attacking. Oh, come on, white mana. No more forests. Land for our opponent. 5 mana. There's the Monstrosaur. Yeah. We take 5. Come on, deck. Well, play the land, play Morrowind. Attack, attack. We have mana, we just don't have... white mana. Tap land for our opponent. Gets it with Monstrosaur. We take 5. Opponent passes. Seal Away with no white mana. No attacks, pass the turn. Not super happy with this. Tap land. Oh, white mana. We need white mana. Demanding Dragon. Oh, we're so in trouble. Alright, sack Llanowar. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we gotta take it. We gotta draw white mana. No blocks, down to 5. Come on, deck. Well, Clan Caller. Get a Clan Caller. And that does it. All right. Our deck kind of betrayed us, and we lose to some jank. That is a little frustrating. That is just a tiny bit frustrating. There is a downside to playing on a budget. We are skimping slightly. Like, we have 1 plains. We have... Oh, man, that was frustrating. We have 1 plains. We have 4 Sun Petal Groves. And we have 4 ways to tutor up our plains. So we have 9 white sources. Unfortunately, if budget wasn't a concern, we would also have a place at a Temple Garden, which would make that situation very less likely to ever happen, but budget, what can you do? Opponent's on the play. We are the master of losing die rolls. We'll keep it. Oh, that loss was very frustrating. Opponent. Overgrown Tomb. Well, Forest go. Opponent. Swamp. And Glow Spore Shaman. Alright, opponent's graveyarding. Mills. Ooh, Foragers. Okay. Not a card that I've seen anyone play in Standard. Swamp on top. Well, play the land. Play Elfim Druid. Pass the turn. Swamp for our opponent. Gets it. No blocks. Down to 17. Opponent passes. Well, play the land. Play Beast Whisper. Pass the turn. And now our opponent really needs to kill Beast Whisper. Gets it. No blocks. Oh, opponent passes. Okay. Well, Clan Caller. Draw a card. Druid of the Cowl. Draw a card. Play the Forest. No attacks. We still would like white mana eventually, but we're going to be able to draw a lot of cards if Beast Whisper doesn't die. And if they kill it with Assassin's Trophy, we get a white source. All right, that's fine. So get our plains. Yep. Opponent. Passing. Ooh, another Beast Whisper. Well then. Huh. Play Beast Whisper. Morrowind. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent's going to do some ramping. Unfortunately for our opponent, we're getting close to Camaraderie. Actually, I think here we empty our hand and then Camaraderie with Morrowind mana. Clan Caller. So, play Clan Caller. Draw a card. Double pump Morrowind. Play Clan Caller. Draw a card. Double pump Morrowind. And opponent, they've had enough. They've had enough. The Elfball is coming for them. And that went pretty well. That went pretty well. Do we want to change anything? I guess, like, Doom Whisperer is their scariest card. We might just want to be staying aggressive on this one. Maybe we go down, like, an Elfim Druid for another Conclave Tribunal and just run it like that. All right. On to game number 2. Okay. This is fine. Swamp for our opponent. Well, Forest. Flower. For a Forest. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. They got the Shaman. Is it Glow Spore time? Llanowar. Alright. Well, play the Forest. Play Druid of the Cowl. Opponent. What do you got? Ooh, Locket. Rampin'. Plays a land. And Glow Spore. Alright. Mills 3 lands. Opponent did not want any of those. Well, play a forest, play Beast Whisper. Pass the turn. Alright, there's Assassin's Trophy. That's not the end of the world. Like, we would like our Beast Whisper to live, but we get a land out of the deal. Which means we can Beast Whisper and Druid next turn, and then try to set up Growing Right Flip the next turn. Alright, Sprouting Renewal makes a dork, gets it. Yup. Well, play Beast Whisper. Play the Forest. Play Druid of the Cowl. Draw a card. Yeah, alright. Conclave Tribunal is not a bad card to have access to. Our opponent eventually is going to find like a Doom Whisper or something. Man, opponent just loves ramping us. Well, alright. We will take a Forest. Gets it. We will take 3. Down to 14. Opponent passes. Well, let's Growing Rights of Itlamok. Take a Beast Whisper. Play the Plains. Play Beast Whisper. Play Llanowar Elves. No attacks, and do we get the flip? We get the flip. Okay. Now we're in the mana business. Now we're just looking for more card draw for our... Man, they're good at killing our Beast Whisper. That is very true. Alright, Beast Whisper dead. Opponent. Well, block. Elfim Druid. I'll play Growing Rights of Itlamok. Take Beast Whisper. Play Beast Whisper. Opponent keeps killing him, but we keep fighting him. Play Elfim Druid. Add some mana. Elfim Druid. Draw a card. Now, Elfim Druid. Draw a card. Alright, there's Vanquisher's Banner. Alright, pass the turn. Keep the untapped Itlamok. We have Vanquisher's Banner. Is our opponent finally out of ways to kill our Beast Whisperer? We have the mana. We just need to find a way to actually kill our opponent. Cashing in the Locket. Looking for a removal spell for Beast Whisperer. Time is running low. Opponent passes. Well, I think we might have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Vanquisher's Banner. On Elf. Play Clan Caller. Draw 2. Play Sun Petal Grove. Play Thorn Lieutenant. Draw 2. Yup. Play Thorn Lieutenant. Draw 2. There's Flower Flourish for next turn. Itlamok, make some mana. Druid of the Cowl, draw 2. An opponent has had enough of the Elfball and scoops it up. Well, they managed to kill a lot of Beast Whisperers, but meanwhile, we managed to draw a lot of Beast Whisperers. Yeah, sweet. Sweet. Alright. Yeah, let's try it again. See what happens. See what happens with the Elfball. Alright. Ugh. This is 6 lands. We're not going to keep 6 lands. Okay. This is better. And we'll keep Beast Whisper. Opponent's on the play. So I'm for our opponent. And Stitcher's Supplier. I'm going to start filling that old graveyard. Well, play the land, play Llanowar. Pass the turn. Glowspore Shaman. Yeah, going to do some more milling. Opponent gets in. Well, no blocks. We'll take it. Ooh, Clan Caller. Well, Flower Flourish. Get a Plains. Our one and only. Play the Plains. Play Druid of the Cowl. Pass the turn. I mean, we have our card draw in hand. Tap land for our opponent. Alright, Branch Walker. Explores into a Llanowar. Mills it. And opponent gets in. Gets in. Well, alright. We'll kill Stitcher's Supplier. I think our opponent wants it to die, but I think it's still worth it. Mills 3 more. Land Chupacabra. Well, play the Forest. Play Vanquisher's Banner. On Elf. Pass the turn. There's a land for our opponent. Gets it. We take it down to 10. Opponent passes. Alright, well, let's start doing things. Morrowind. Draw a card. Clan Caller. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Alright, land for our opponent. And there's Doom Whisperer. So we are going to have to kill Doom Whisperer. Opponent. What do you got? What do you got? Passes. Alright, so play Beast Whisperer. Draw a card. Ooh, Llanowar is pretty decent. Grow Morrowind. Tap Morrowind. Play Llanowar. Draw 2 cards. Now we just run out our hand, essentially, and then there's a land. Grow Morrowind. Elfim Druid. Draw 2. Okay. Clan Caller's not bad. Grow Morrowind. Forest. Llanowar, draw 2. Opponents timing themselves out as as they get elved. Yeah, we'll keep drawing. Morrowind getting massive. Up to an 8/8. Clan Caller. Draw 2. Land. And Vanquisher's Banner. Grow Morrowind. And now we just Tribunal. Tap, tap, tap. Get rid of Doom Whisperer. And that is quite a turn in Standard. Pass the turn. And what's our opponent do? Like, what do they do about this? Well, I guess we know the answer. It is scoops it up. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, man, this deck is sweet. I don't know how consistent it is, but boy, is it sweet. It is super, super, super sweet. What do we want against this deck? I could see bringing in, like, just a touch more removal. We don't really have Graveyard Hate. We do need to just, like, go over the top. The main thing we're concerned about is Doom Whisperer. Let's go down 1 Elfim Druid for Ixalan's Binding. And 1 Elfim Druid for another Tribunal. And just run it like that. Okay. That sounds fine. We even have our Camaraderie, which is sweet. Well, Sunpetal Grove, go. I mean, it's not an absurdly fast start. No 1-drop, but we do have a Mana Dork. For our opponent. And Glowspore Shaman to start the graveyarding. Chupacabra Plaguecrafter. Well, Forest, Druid of the Cowl. Pass the turn. So next turn we can, like, double Thorn Lieutenant. Assuming we don't draw anything. Alright, another Glow Spore. And then we're getting close to being able to Camaraderie. Opponent mills some cards. Gets it. Yeah, no blocks. Down to 17. Ooh. Alright, well, new plan. Beast Whisper. We'll take our beats for the upside of being able to start drawing cards next turn with Beast Whisper. Woodland Cemetery. Alright, there's Assassin's Trophy. Grab our planes. Bone it. Gets it. We'll take it. Down to 11. I'll play the land. Play Morrowind. Play Thorn Lieutenant. Grow Morrowind. No attacks. So hopefully we can Camaraderie next turn to draw a few cards. Land for our opponent. Combat. Well, I'm worried about Doom Whisper. The problem is blocking weakens our Camaraderie. Yeah, let's take it. No blocks. Down to 5. There is the Doom Whisper. Well, we play Thorn Lieutenant. Pump Morrowind. Play a land. Camaraderie. Draw some cards. Play Land of War. Play Conclave Tribunal. So our hope is that our opponent's going to attack us and that we are going to attack them back for lethal next turn. Opponent's going to Doom Whisper, start surveilling. Alright. We get rid of Doom Whisper. Yep. Opponent untaps. Vraska, Golgari Queen. Okay.
It's time to step out of the shadows.
What does our opponent do with it? Alright, kills Morrowind.
Destroy things.
Plays a land. Gets in. Down to 3. So if we play Flower Flourish, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Not lethal. I'll go to combat. Attack Vraska. Yeah, let's double attack. Attack Vraska. Kill Vraska. Play the Forest. Play Llanowar. Pass the turn. It's a nice Mythic Edition Vraska. Azoni. How many 1/1s? 6? 6 is a lot. That's going to be an issue. Well, Pump Thorn Lieutenant. Block. Block. Yeah, I don't know if we can come back from this Azoni. That was a good draw for our opponent. We were close to one-shotting them, but Azoni is a lot of tokens. Opponent in the tank. Whoa. Oh, arena! You gotta be kidding me. The moving blockers. Okay, we're dead. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video. I think that, man, I think this stuff moved. I'm gonna have to go back and watch. Maybe that was just a pun. Obviously intended to block one of each and stay alive. That was our game plan, to not die to that attack, but I'll have to go back and watch the video. Block. I don't know if that was Arena doing that little, like, hey, we're going to move things around the battlefield for no reason, and you lose. Or if it was, maybe it was just a mistake on my part. We'll see. We'll have to watch the video. Alright, I guess we keep. His hand's okay, but not insane. Could use a Flower Flourish for white mana. So, Forest, go. Swamp for our opponent. And Stitcher's Supplier. Mill some cards. Well, Forest, Druid of the Cowl. Pass the turn. Our main game plan is to get to this Vanquisher's Banner in a timely manner. Glow Spore Shaman, mill some cards. So land would be the best here. Opponent passes. That's a land. All right, so play the land. Play Druid of the Cowl. Play Clan Caller. Pass the turn. Well, we're going to get down our Vanquisher's Banner. Plague Crafter. Yeah, I guess we'll just sack a Druid of the Cowl. Opponent stacks Citrus Supplier. Mill some cards. Alright, well. Let's search for a Plains. Get a Plains. Play the Plains. Pass the turn. Gotta save our Tribunal for something more impactful. Swamp for our opponent. Llanowar Elves. Opponent. Passes. Well, Vanquisher's Banner. On Elf. No attacks. How many creatures do they have? 1, 2, 3. So Azoni is not the end of the world. Ooh, Underrealm Lich. Alright. Well, we're going to have to answer that. Opponent. Gets in for 6. No blocks. Well, we take it. Down to 14. Play Clan Caller. Draw a card. Play Conclave Tribunal. Get rid of the Lich. Yep. Pass the turn. No attacks. So next turn we're set up to Thorn Lieutenant and flip this Growing Rights, most likely. Opponent land. Alright, Lala's Giant. It does drain us. Down to 11. Goes attacking. Well, we will kill Glow Spore Shaman. Drop to 8. We draw Forest. So, play Thorn Lieutenant. Draw a card. Play a Forest. Play Growing Rights of Itlamok. Take Llanowar Elves. Play Llanowar, draw a card. No attacks. Flip Growing Rights. Plague Crafter, okay. We will sack, I guess, just Llanowar. Opponent goes attacking. Interesting. Well, we will block. And, yeah, let's block. Take 0. We don't want to get burnt out by some random graveyard thing. Clan Caller. So, Clan Caller, draw a card. Play the land. Beast Whisper, draw a card. Itlamok for Growing Rights. Elfim Druid. Play Elfim Druid, draw 2 cards. No attacks. Transform. Keep the untap one. Pass the turn. Alright, we're close. We are close to closing this out. Can we win next turn? 5? I think we do. If our opponent doesn't draw something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we don't die to another Lotless Giant. Opponent passes. Alright, so Llanowar Elves, draw a card. Or 2 cards. Yep. Whew, more Llanowars. And we got the GGs. I think that does it. Opponent scoops it up! Take it down, Golgari! Elfball. Getting the job done. Sweet. I mean, the deck does some really explosive things. Really explosive things. Alright, let's keep it going. Okay. Hand's pretty good. I mean, Ramp, Beast Whisper. What more can you want? What more can you want in the world of Elfball? Ooh, Jaya. Does this mean we're playing an Izzet deck? No. Plains. Oh, Forest go. Island. Ooh, opponent's controlling. Interesting. Well, Forest and Druid of the Cowl. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. We'll play the Forest. Play Beast Whisper. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. So play Elfim Druid. Draw a card. Play Druid of the Cowl. Draw a card. No attacks. Don't want to turn on a Seal Away on our Beast Whisper. Opponent finds a land. Divination. Alright. Well, here we come. Sun Petal Grove. How do we want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vanquisher's Banner. On Elf. Clan Caller. Draw 2. Get in with Beast Whisper. Hit our opponent to 16. Pass the turn. Plains for our opponent. Passes. Play Sun Petal Grove. Vanquisher's Banner. On Elf, Llanowar Elves, draw 3. Yup. Yeah, let's... Llanowar Elves, draw 3. The deck spirals out of control so quick. Get in with Druid of the Cowl and Clan Caller. Opponent down to 9. Finds a basic. Yup. Discard a forest. Discard a camaraderie. With 2 Vanquisher's banners, we don't really need camaraderie. Opponent's going to need a sweeper just to stay alive. Alright, there's Cleansing Nova. We'll play a forest. Play Morrowind. Draw 2. Play Llanowar. Draw 2. Grow the Morrowind. Play Clan Caller. Draw 2. Alright. Pass the turn. Discard... How many cards? We have 30 cards left. Discard Morrowind Growing Rights. And And I guess an Elfim Druid. Alright, pass the turn. Do you have another sweeper? Island for our opponent. We've drawn so many cards. We've gone through half of our deck already. Opponent passes. Okay, so... Thorn Lieutenant. Draw a card. Draw a card. Forest. Growing Rights of Itlamok. Elves. Wow, we whiff? That's the first time we've ever whiffed with that. Play a Thorn Lieutenant. Draw a couple cards. Go to combat. Attack. Attack, attack. Alright, there's Settle. Sure. Opponent staying alive. Get a forest, get a forest. We will discard a Elfim Druid. 23 cards in our deck. Land for our opponent. And I guess they're going to get to flip this Thematic Compass. Alright. Cage. Gets a Thorn Lieutenant. We get an Elf. Yup. Divination. Can we find a way to win here? Vanquisher's Banner. Well, that's not bad. So let's play Clan Caller. Draw cards. An opponent! They've had enough! We can get through the Spire! An opponent scoops it up! Okay? Alright, now we get to test our control plan. Against control, we want Huatli. We want Shalai and Shaper Sanctuary. We'll go down 2 Elfim Druids. We'll go down 1 Growing Rights and 1 Morrowind. And we might want Ixalan's Binding to deal with Teferi. Let's go down to 1 Growing Rights. Alright, try it like that. Alright, here we go. Game 2 against Blue-White Control. Can we keep Elfballing? Oh, man. I don't know if this is a good matchup or a bad matchup. We're going to keep. We do technically have 2 lands because of Flower. Well, and we drew 1. Alright, so play the land, Flower. Get our plains. Pass the turn. Plains for our opponent. I'll play the plains, play Druid of the Cowl. Pass the turn. Island for our opponent. And there's a divination. You're going to do some drawing. Well, play the forest, play Druid of the Cowl, play Clan Caller. Pass the turn. Playing for our opponent, and Ixalan's Binding. Gets rid of Clan Caller. We draw a land. Well, play the land. Let's Ixalan's Binding the Ixalan's Binding. Go to combat. Attack. Pass the turn. Plains for our opponent. Passes. Well. No attacks. Pass the turn. We can just get another Clan Caller here. Thematic Compass. Reese Elves. And a land. Alright. Clan Caller, a Clan Caller. Untap. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent, hit our opponent. Alright, there's Settle. That's relatively fine. Get a land, get a land. Play Llanowar Elves. Play Thorn Lieutenant. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent's gonna do some drawing. Man, I'm gonna be tempted to just fire off this Camaraderie land. Oh, alright. Camaraderie's... Wait. Okay, Thematic Compass. Well, so let's just... Camaraderie. Draw 4, gain 4. Play the land. Attack with everything. Opponent untaps, we get an elf. Opponent down to 6. Pass the turn. Opponent needs a sweeper. Alright, there's Cleansing Nova. So opponent remains alive. Plays a land. Well. Play Beast Whisperer. Play Llanowar Elves. Draw a card. Sun Petal Grove. Play Thorn Lieutenant. Draw a card. And pass the turn. I mean, we're keeping up with this deck in card advantage. Alright, there's a Teferi. Yup.
Trust me.
Draws a card.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Okay. Land. Untaps a couple lands. Sure. Beast Whisperer. Well, play Vanquisher's Banner. On Elf. Play Thorn Lieutenant. Draw 2. Sun Petal Grove. Clan Caller. Draw 2. Go to combat. Opponent. 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 Yeah, I mean, we just gotta try to kill him. Opponent has another settle, so they're staying alive. Yup. Well, we'll get some more lands out of our deck. Yup. Opponent. I mean, they have to keep chaining this together, though. Draws a card.
Hurry.
And we will find our removal for Teferi eventually. What do you got, opponent? Patient Rebuilding. Okay. Opponent. Untaps. Well. Start with Beast Whisperer. Draw a card. Play Huatli. Resolves.
I have arrived.
Play a forest. Play Growing Rights of Itlamok. Take Elfim Druid. Play Elfim Druid. Take up on Clan Caller. Or down on Clan Caller.
Be the the might of one.
Go attacking. Okay, opponent untaps. Down to 2. We transform. Alright, opponent. Patient rebuilding. Gets no draws? No draws. Alright. Draws with Fairy.
No time for a break.
We do have Conclave Tribunal in hand, too, so opponent's going to have to answer that. And they have to keep answering our board. Plays a land. Yep, and a turd. No creatures. So let's play Shaper Sanctuary. Play Shaper Sanctuary. Play the land. Tick up Watley.
My strength is our strength.
Go to combat. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. Attack our opponent. More settles. All right. Well, I don't think we have one land left in our deck. All right. Oops. Still in damage. All right. All right. All right. Conclave Tribunal. Get rid of Teferi. Clan Caller, Clan Caller. Alright, so now we have to Clan Caller. Opponent has Seal Away. Well, draw a card. Draw a card. Take our Clan Caller. Conclave Tribunal. Get rid of Patient Rebuilding. Pass the turn. Are we going to win this fight? Oh, we're running out of cards. We dealt with the threats. Opponent finds another Teferi. They have to keep chaining answers, though, forever, or they will lose. All right, Tuck's Clan Caller. Well, we get to draw. And draw. All right, there's a Morrowind. Yep. Land. Well, play Shalai, Voice of Plenty. Play Morrowind. Play Druid of the Cowl. Take up Watley.
My strength is our strength.
Play Elfim Druid. We wouldn't mind finding one more Conclave. Alright, there we go. Okay, another Conclave Tribunal. So play Tribunal. Get rid of Teferi. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. We're running out of cards. We have 8 cards in our deck. And opponent scoops it up! We got there! We got there! Elfball, that was a slow, grindy game, but we got through the control deck, and Elfball's seeming pretty good. Oh, man. Beating the Teferi and a million Wraths, that's the power of the deck. Man, what do we not beat? What do we not beat with Elfball? Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Oh, this deck is sweet. This deck is so sweet. All right. This hand's pretty good. This hand's pretty good. We got our ramp. We don't have a payoff, but we can go digging with our Growing Rights of Itlamok. Bone it. Vargas. Uh-oh. Is this LSV? Land Where Elves. Play the Forest. Let's just Growing Rights of Itlamok. Go digging. Wow. That is incredibly unfortunate. It is really hard for our deck to whiff with Growing Rights. It is... It is really difficult. But we found a way. Wow. Because we have so many creatures in this deck, it's really unlikely that we whiff when we get to go 4 deep. Because we are super creature heavy. We have 27 creatures. Opponent passes. Well, play Elfim Druid. Play a Forest. Play Clan Caller. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. And Vine Maya. Well, play the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just Clan Caller. Get a Clan Caller. And this also flips our Growing Rights. Forest for our opponent. We might be able to get a sneaky one-shot at some point. Opponent gets in for 5. Sure. We'll take it. No blocks. Down to 14. Prey Upon. Kills a Clan Caller. And Steel Leaf Champion. Well, play Clan Caller. Play Llanowar Elves. Pass the turn. Actually, can we attack? I guess we can attack with Llanowar. Actually, no. Let's just play defense. Pass the turn. Tutor up another Clan Caller. And then our random elves are actually going to be big enough to block our opponent's stuff. Thorn Lieutenant, sure. Opponent. No attacks. Well, Gaia's Cradle. Clan Caller. Get our last Clan Caller. Thorn Lieutenant. So if we overrun now, opponent blocks, 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 blocks. Yeah, I think we gotta wait. Let's just play Thorn Lieutenant. Get in with our Llanowars. And we might just be in fine shape. Opponent's had enough? Wow! Are we the better mono green Stompy deck? Are we just out stomping Stompy? Maybe this elf deck is just great. All right, so opponent's playing elves. Mono green, non-elves, just regular mono green. So go down to Growing Rites, go down to Elfim Druids, go up Baffling End, Seal Away, Conclave Tribunal. Go down a Morrowind for a Seal Away and a Growing Rites for Ixalan's Binding. And let's just run it like that. I mean, if we can keep their big threats at bay, then our card draw should be able to take over the game and get us the win. That's the idea anyway. We'll see. I mean, it worked out in game 1. We just went ramp into endless elves. All right, on to game 2. Elfball against Stompy. All right, that's fine. I mean, we don't have any payoffs, but our mana's good. We got a removal spell. We got some ramp. So we just got to trust that we draw into some of our payoffs eventually. Opponent, Llanowar Elves. Well, Forest, Flower, get a Plains. Pass the turn. Ooh, Pelt Collector. Opponent getting frisky. Passes. Well, play the Plains, and let's just Druid of the Cowl. We'd love to find a Beast Whisperer or one of our other card draw payoffs. That's the main thing we're missing. Opponent passes. Well, play... Do we just play all of our mana? Yeah, let's play Druid of the Cowl. Play a land, play Elfim Druid. Pass the turn. Come on, card draw. Opponent finds a land, so they get to start doing things now. They got to have a lot of Steel Leaf champions. Yeah, there's Steel Leaf champion. Grows the Pelt Collector. Passes. Ugh, Forest. Well, play Thorn Lieutenant. Play a Forest. I don't think we're going to... play Llanowar. We would like to save that for when we find a Beast Whisperer or something and start drawing cards. Steel Leaf, number 2. Grows the Pelt Collector. Opponent. Gets it. Well, let's Seal Away. Get rid of Steel Leaf. Thorn Lieutenant. Well... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play the Forest. Play Thorn Lieutenant. Get in with Thorn Lieutenant. Kind of just free damage. Opponent takes it. Pass the turn. Camaraderie would also be insane. That would make us happy. Opponent. Thinking over their options. I kind of wish we left in Growing Rites at Illimak, or left in more of them. Ugh, Galta. That's bad news. We're going to need removal for that. Grows Pelt Collector. Yeah, that's a fast clock. Well, come on, removal for Galta. Or card draw to find removal for Galta. Alright. Kills a Thorn Lieutenant. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Oh, this lets our opponent attack, too. Yeah, that kind of went poorly. Yeah, no blocks. Yeah, we're in bad shape. We got to draw something here. Down to 11. Galta death range. Opponent. Passes. Druid. Yeah. All right. Couldn't find it, couldn't find it. That was one of those weird draws where we drew all of our mana, but we just didn't hit any of our payoffs. The good news is, against mono green, if we find a payoff, it's so good. Because our opponent does not have any ways of dealing with it. We could leave in one more growing rights to dig. I don't think it's worth it. We're just going to run it back. I think this is a fine setup. I think this is a setup. All right. All right, all right. Let's get this win against Stompy. We can do it. We can do it. All right, here we go. Let's get a good hand. Ugh. Yeah, we can't keep that. Ugh. Okay. Okay, I guess this is okay. Not great, but it's okay. Forest to the top. Opponent also to the top. So Forest pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. And Pelt Collector. I'll play the Forest, play Druid of the Cowl. We do have a Beast Whisperer. We're going to need stuff to go with it, but... Forest for our opponent. Passes. Well, Flower. Grab our Plains. Play the Plains. Growing Rights of Itlamok. Take a Thorn Lieutenant. Ooh, put 2 removal spells to the bottom. I guess we're going to shuffle them back in shortly. Question's going to be, what do we do next turn? Forest. Thrashing Brontodon. Grows Belt Collector. Yep. Gets it. Well, let's Flower. Get a Forest. Play the Forest. Conclave Tribunal. Get rid of Brontodon. Hope that we just draw... If we draw a land, we can Beast Whisper immediately draw. Alright, there's Ferox. Well, that's a big old thing. Opponent. Gets it. Yep. Down to 15. Hmm. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's so much damage. Well, alright. Vanquisher's Banner. Not happy with where we're at. On Elf. We might just be getting stomped. Pass the turn. Oh, God. Alright. Well, Dream dying at the hands of an infinite number of Nullhide Feroxes. So play Clan Caller, draw a card. Play Thorn Lieutenant, draw a card. Play the Forest. And yeah, we're just dead. We're just dead. Well, I mean, I guess we can pass. We won't just scoop, but we're very dead. No attacks. Oh, that was brutal. One creature short of flipping. An opponent had a pretty okay. Yeah, well, I mean, that's just a really absurd draw for our opponent, and that does it. I mean, sometimes you just get the right draw. We were super close to winning that one. Oh, man. Well, what can you do? Sometimes your opponent just draws a million Nullhide Feroxes, and that is how the game ends. Alright. So, as far as our competitive constructed, 2 and 3 is not bad. I mean, for a budget deck. A little disappointed in some of them. Our round 1 loss was pretty disappointing. I guess both of our losses, I felt like we could have won, which I guess is good news for the deck, but, yeah. I mean, the deck does some really crazy things when it gets going. A couple of mythics and some 15,000 gold, so... Or 1,500 gold. Oh, man. All right. Well, we'll talk about it more in the wrap-up. So what do we learn this week about Elfball for Standard? And all in all, we played a competitive league on Magic Arena. Ended up going 3-2, which, I mean, that's a pretty fine record for a budget deck. Also, worth mentioning, we played a lot of tier decks, or at least what I would imagine tier decks being. It's hard to say because the meta is so brand new with Guilds of Ravnica just releasing a couple days ago. But we were playing all legitimate decks, like decks that were not random intro pack decks with a bunch of commons and uncommons. They all felt like pretty fully powered decks. Golgari and blue-white control and mono-green Stompy and even the green-red monsters deck, which beat us, seemed like a pretty legit deck, although it did have some weird choices. But you gotta remember, like, Charging Monster Soar, that might be a real card now that Glorybringer's not around. So some of those cards might actually be real in our new standard. But we played against a lot of legitimate decks, and that record, the 3-2, that kind of matches up with my overall experience with the deck. I think I've played maybe 12-ish matches altogether with this Elfball deck on Magic Arena, and I have a slightly winning record, somewhere in the like 60% range, which, I mean, for a budget deck, that is not bad at all. So really, the deck is incredibly explosive. This can do powerful combo-y tribal-esque things better than any deck in Standard. It really feels like some sort of legacy elf deck when you get going. Obviously, it's not exactly the same, but the Standard version of that, with the Gaia's Cradle, in the fast mana, in the draw 20 cards in a turn and build this huge board, it's just so sweet and so effective. There are things that can deal with our deck, like we occasionally, the most common way we lose actually, is we play our mana dorks, and we keep like a 1 or 2 land hand, which is going to happen because we're very light on lands, and our opponents just like shock our land or elves, lightning strike our Druid of the Cowl, and we can't get the engine going and get up to the Beast Whisper, get up to the Vanquisher's Banner. So that's probably the most common way that we end up losing. We also lost to the triple Nullhide Ferox draw. What are you going to do about that? Not a whole lot. That's just absolutely brutal. But I feel like the deck is actually pretty surprisingly good, and I don't know if I change much about it. Like, Camaraderie, that's kind of a flex slot. You could drop it. I could see going down to maybe like 10 mana dorks, dropping a couple Elfham Druids. If you have something else you want to slot in, could play more removal, go up to the 4th copy of Conclave Tribunal or something. But really, the deck felt solid, and it felt competitive, and oh my god, the combo turns are just so fun. It's so explosive. It's so cool. Like, oh man. So I think this is the deck that I'm really happy with. I think level of competition, it's good enough that you can pick up a lot of wins with it, and you can do just such spectacular, awesome, explosive things that you don't really get to do with any other deck in Standard. So definitely highly recommend this one. I think it's good enough that you can compete at FNM, maybe compete on Magic Online or whatever, and just do some really incredible things along the way. So if you like tribal decks, you like combo decks, keep Elfball in mind. It is a super sweet, fun choice for Guilds of Ravnica Standard. Anyway, that's been our Budget Magic for this week. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.